Here again with another Dexter related video. As many of you know, I just finished rewatching all of Dexter and all of Dexter New Blood and have been doing random Dexter ranking videos as well as some Dexter discussions. And in this particular video, I'm going to be officially letting everybody know what my favorite ending so far of Dexter is. Now, you would think I would know this answer after I finished watching Dexter New Blood when it aired, but I honestly didn't. I watched what we were told was the finale, or were led to believe was the finale of Dexter New Blood, and I really didn't know which ending I liked better. I was kind of conflicted. So I had to go back and rewatch both of them, and now over a year later, I finally know the answer to that question. But I'm not going to tell you the answer right away. I'm going to go back and kind of tell you what happened in each finale. I'm sure you've already watched it multiple times, but this would be a very short video. And everybody knows that I like to ramble. So I'm going to go, back and pick out some bullet points. I don't have them written down ahead of time. I'm just going to go from memory of each finale. And then at the end, I will let you know what my favorite finale of Dexter is, at least at the moment. Now, a side note. There's news. I'm recording this video on February 1st. It will probably be uploaded mid-February, well, probably around February 9th, I'm thinking, maybe later. Showtime's thinking about doing a Young Dexter show. To me, that's a stupid idea. No, it's dumb. We're not going to learn anything new from a Young Dexter show. We've already been told that story. There's no reveals that they can do to surprise us in that. It would be dumb. And if they did reveals that were surprising, it wouldn't make sense for the continuity of the show. It's a dumb idea. I don't like it. I'll probably watch it if it ends up happening just because Dexter is very popular on my channel. That's what people came to my channel in flocks to see. But I'm not going to be happy about it. So I just wanted to put that in there. I might do a separate video about that will air sooner, but I'm not sure. I did some shorts, but that's as much as I've done right now. But I'm going to let you know what my favorite finale of Dexter is, at least at the moment. Before I do that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching all of Dexter and all of Dexter New Blood, all 96 episodes of Dexter and all 10 episodes of Dexter New Blood, then I highly suggest that you don't watch this video to avoid any potential spoilers. And I guess I should mention that this is my opinion. We may not agree, so whatever your opinion is, make sure you let me know what it is in the comments section. It's okay to disagree. If we all had the same opinion, the world would be a very boring place. And make sure also that you smash that like button, especially if you're a Dexter fan, as it does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Share the video with anybody you know. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to leave me lots of comments about your thoughts on both finales of Dexter. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team. Show your damn support. And be a part of something special. What Dexter finale is better? Dexter Season 8 or Dexter New Blood? Well, let's recap Season 8. You have, of course, Dexter, Hannah, and Harrison trying to fly to Argentina, but there's a problem. Jacob Elway is at the airport looking for Hannah McKay, so they're not going to be able to fly out. They do create a diversion, or they create something that gets the TSA agents on Elway, but because of that, that grounds all planes, so they can't fly. Plus, there's a hurricane coming, so that's not going to happen. And then as they're outside the airport trying to find out what they're going to do, Dexter gets the call that Deb's been shot and she's in the hospital. So Dexter, of course, goes right away to the hospital because Matthews was not going to let them not tell Dexter about what happened to Deb. But Deb seems to be okay for the time being. She says, hey, Saxon got me. It's awesome that you left him for me, but yeah, he shot me and, now I have to have surgery. But everything's okay. They have this touching speech. And then Dexter leaves. He has to get Saxon. And then meanwhile, Hannah's going to take a bus to another county and try to fly out from there. And Elway eventually gets her on the bus. And she's not She's not going to be able to do what she wants. But there's a point where she offers him some tea or something like that. Coffee, tea, I can't remember what it was. And Elway's like, you think I'm stupid? I know how you poison things. And then she gets Elway with a sedative. I don't know if it was one of Dexter's needles or a needle of something. And Elway passes out. And Hannah's able to get away. And then, of course, you have Saxon showing up at the hospital. The hospital, of course, where Deb is at. And he wants revenge on Deb. He wants to take her out. And he goes there. And he sees Dexter there as well on her floor by her room. But he's actually apprehended by Batista before Dexter can get to him. So Dexter sees that Deb's room is empty. Deb's not in there. And Quinn has to break the news to Dexter that there was a complication during surgery and Deb is in trouble. She's basically a vegetable right now, and it would take a miracle for her to be what she used to be. A miracle. So Saxon, of course, is taken into custody. He's taken to Miami Metro. He's in a cell, and Dexter goes to give him a swab because he doesn't want anybody else to fuck it up like they have before. And Dexter kills Saxon on camera because he wants revenge on Saxon. And, Quinn and Batista review the footage, and Batista's like, why, Dexter, why did you go in there with him? Because I want to make sure it was done right. And they know that Dexter purposely killed Saxon. They know. Quinn says self-defense all the way. That's what I'm going to put in my report. And Batista, I think he's kind of conflicted, but obviously he's going to go with his main man, Dexter. But deep down, I'm like, I think he knows, like, wow, he just killed somebody. So that's that. That's really the last we see of them together. Dexter goes back to the hospital and visits Deb's room and talks to Deb, or where Deb's at, I should say. She's not responding. She's hooked up to a breathing tube, a ventilator, and it's not looking good. Like they said, it would be a miracle if Deb would somehow miraculously come out of it. So Dexter doesn't want to see her like that, and he actually unhooks all the tubes, and we see Deb flatline and die. Unfortunately, in a really touching moment for Dexter. Dexter is a story of tragedy, so even though it sucked, it made sense for that to happen. So Dexter takes Deb's body, and he goes back, leaves the hospital, because everybody's panicking because of this hurricane coming, and he goes on the slice of life, and he drives toward the hurricane. He takes Deb and puts Deb into the ocean. We keep thinking that Deb is going to wake up miraculously through all this just because they keep like zooming in on her like she's going to move and open her eyes or something like that, but it doesn't happen, although Deb's now going to get eaten by a shark or something like that, which I don't know if would be the most proper way for her to be buried. I think she should be, have an actual funeral, but whatever the case, then Dexter calls Hannah and lets Hannah know what's going on, and then he wants to talk to Harrison and tells Harrison, I like you, I love you, don't think anything different until the next time that I talk to you. And he lets them go, and then he actually takes his phone and throws it into the ocean as well. And then Dexter, because of all the tragedy that's happened with him, with Rita, with Harry, with Hannah, well, Hannah didn't really have any tragedy, with Deb, Dexter drives right into the hurricane. So we then see Batista at Miami Metro reading a paper with Soderquist in the background, our main man Soderquist, and it says, I don't remember, I think it's a news article if I remember correctly, Dexter Morgan is dead. Forensic Dexter Morgan is dead, and that's very upsetting. And then we see Hannah with Harrison, wherever they are. Hannah sees an article that, I think it's on a tablet, although tablets weren't really around back then, so I don't know if it was a tablet or like a, I don't know what it is, but another article where Forensic Dexter Morgan is dead. And Harrison, you can already see he's like tuning out Hannah like he usually does with people. So that's that. And we think that's the end of Dexter. But then there's one last scene of Dexter alive and well as a lumberjack. And then the camera just kind of zooms in on his frown. And that's the end. The original end of Dexter. The finale of season 8. So, obviously that's not the best finale, but I think it wasn't as bad as people say it was. I enjoy most of season 8's finale. I think I would have rather had more of a conclusion ending because it's really left open-ended, and that was because of Showtime. If they would have had Dexter die in the hurricane, I feel that that would have been a cop-out. It's like season 8, they should have had the ending of season 8 be like season 2, but they didn't choose to go that route. But I still, for the most part, enjoyed what happened in the season 8 finale with Hannah and Harrison, even though he's ignoring her most of the time, living, for the most part, happily ever after. Of course, that's apparently not what happened, and now I'll talk about Dexter New Blood. In Dexter New Blood, we have Dexter and Harrison at Angela and Audrey's place, and Audrey and Harrison go off to gigs, and that's when Angela pulls her gun out on Dexter / Jim Lindsay and tells him that he's under arrest for the murder of Matt Caldwell. Logan shows up, and Logan cuffs Dexter, so Dexter is taken into custody for the murder of Kirk Caldwell's son, Matt Caldwell. At various points in this episode, Angela has Dexter in front of a camera trying to get a confession out of him, a confession for the murder of Matt Caldwell, as well as a confession to being the Bay Harbor Butcher. When she's not talking to get Dexter while he's on camera, she's contacting Angel Batista, kind of stemming back from their meeting at the conference that they had, and asks Angel what he knows about the Bay Harbor Butcher. And he's like, well, I worked with James Stokes every day, but there was another theory from my old lieutenant / wife, Maria LaGuerta, that Dexter Morgan was the Bay Harbor Butcher, but she died, he died, and there's not more to it. And Angela's like, check your email. And that's when Batista sees that Dexter is in a picture with Angela, and that was taken, a month ago? I don't remember exactly how long she said, but breaks the news to Batista, and then Batista's like, I'll bring everything I have tomorrow. And Batista is on his way. So Angela talks to Dexter once again in front of the camera, and she tells Dexter that I had a talk with your old buddy, Angel Batista, at Miami Metro, and he's coming to take you back to Florida, where you'll have the death penalty, and telling him that he deserves it. And then Dexter's like, turn off the camera. I'll talk. And Angela does do this, and then he tells Angela that Kirk Caldwell is her guy, and he's the one behind the missing girl case, and that all the bodies are in a museum-like thing in his underground bunker, or underground seeker bunker that he has. So Angela goes to investigate Kirk Caldwell's underground bunker, and Dexter is left alone at the station with Sergeant Logan, and he finally has his first conversation with Ghost Deb in the episode. And then he asks Logan to come over to give him something. And then he grabs Logan. And Logan doesn't want to cooperate. Reaches for his gun. And then Dexter, I believe, snaps Sergeant Logan's neck. Killing him, unfortunately, in a death that didn't necessarily need to happen, but it did. Dexter gets out. And he contacts Harrison with Sergeant Logan's phone. And tells Harrison to meet him where they found the dead deer. So Angela goes to investigate Kirk Caldwell's underground bunker, and she unfortunately sees the horrific sight of the missing girls that she's been looking for 25 years, including Molly of Mary fucking Kill. She's very distraught about this. She tries to contact Sergeant Logan. There's no answer from him. There's no answer from the station. She contacts Teddy, who's keeping lookout at Kirk Caldwell's place, and she rushes back to the station, finds that Sergeant Logan is dead. Harrison meets Dexter at where they found the dead deer at, and then Harrison remembers that Dexter had called him from Coach Logan's phone. He questions Dexter about this, and Dexter has to tell Harrison the unfortunate news that there was no other way. This upsets Harrison very much, and he goes to grab the rifle as he was really fond of Coach Logan for the 30 days that he knew him for. He points the rifle at Dexter. At first, Dexter is worried, but then Dexter tells him, check the safety like I taught you. And eventually Harrison ends up shooting Dexter, his father. Dexter falls to the ground, and he's holding Ghost Deb's hand, and he says, you did good. So Harrison kills Dexter, at least what we're led to believe. And then Angela shows up. She hugs Harrison. She gives Harrison some money and then says, go away. Don't ever want to see you again, basically. I'm not going to tell Audrey that I saw you because nobody knows that I'm here. The ending of Dexter New Blood is Harrison in Dexter's truck driving away from Iron Lake with Dexter's voice reading a note that he had sent Hannah, with him talking about Harrison having dark tendencies to let him know that he actually is still alive. Let him know that that's the case. But if he's not, let me die so my son could live. And that's what we get for Dexter New Blood, at least at the moment. I know they've said that's canceled, but I feel like that's a lame ending of Dexter New Blood. So it's pretty obvious what show ending I like better. By the shirt, Dexter Season 8 is much better. Dexter New Blood, in my opinion, was nothing but a tease. It could have been so much better, but they really dropped the ball in their execution, and having us have to see Harrison be the one that kills Dexter, I would have rather seen him get caught because it would have been more suspenseful and potentially executed, even though I wouldn't really like that. But Angel Batista should have been that one that shot Dexter. We should have had an Angel and Dexter reunion, even if it's for one scene, but we didn't get that. We got a tease of it, and then they never went back to Angel. That is bullshit. I know I've said this before, so you already know, but yes, I like Season 8 of Dexter better, the ending of Season 8, even though there's really nothing, like it's left open, but that's better than what we got for Dexter New Blood. Even though I initially liked Dexter New Blood, but rewatching everything over again, I kind of despise Dexter New Blood. It's better than Season 6 of Dexter, but it's not much better. It had lots of potential, but the execution and the hashing out of characters just wasn't there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to do as much Dexter stuff as I can. Make sure you smash that like button, share the video, sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are. What finale do you like better? Dexter Season 8 or Dexter New Blood? If there's any other Dexter video suggestions that you have, make sure you leave those in the comments section. As I will do any Dexter videos that you suggest, just leave them down in the comments section. I do have one more video of Dexter for sure on the channel, and that will be what my ending of Dexter is. Anything I want to happen, I will let you know exactly what I think the ending of Dexter should be. It's pretty interesting. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.